guys.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the Christel Crawford Show. I am holding
I'm going to hold her arm up.
the phone because I thought I was organized, but I'm not.
Look at this.
No, yep.
You can't look because
Stephanie's my tripod today. Isn't she good looking?
I have 3 legs today. You can't see them from here.
So we are coming to you live from our foundation class in Napa. Hi, Wesley. I know.
Why is
they're
that blue? Hi, Wesley.
That moment when Facebook changes things on you and you're like, what?
Oh,
Hi,
look.
guys.
Oh, wait. Oh, I saw faces.
I know.
Oh,
We've got
Bobby John Lawless.
He's one of my faves. I can't see the rest of
You can be
you
one of my
guys.
new faves, too.
Hi. Anyway,
Bobby John.
we could just sit here and be fascinated by Facebook all day. That's how this could work. So we are.
It'll be fun, she said.
We'll have a good time, she said. I'm not sure where we wanted to go with that topic. I keep looking at
Okay,
it.
so very often after we've already chosen, or one of us or we have chosen something that sure seemed like it should be a good idea and then went through with it only to find out that it wasn't really that fun of an idea, we realized that we didn't ask a question.
What? But okay, so let's back up here. So one of the things we talk about at Access Consciousness is what's light for you is true for you, and what's heavy is a lie. Mm-hmm. And when I was first playing with this, I thought fun meant light. So I would think I was asking questions.
What do you mean?
Well, so something would feel fun.
Oh, feel fun.
Feel fun, and that person is fun, and that idea is fun, and so therefore that's light.
It's the worst when you just go do things with people because they're supposed to be fun.
You usually find out that they're not that fun.
All right, so before, okay, so we're talking about finding out things after you've already done them, but you guys already know what it feels like whenever you did something that was supposed to be fun but turned out terrible.
That's true.
So I guess what we're looking at is, do we have any tools that they can use beforehand?
We have no tools.
Okay.
So there's so many different ways that this shows up. I mean, we can apply this whole thing to relationships. We can apply it to sex. We can apply it to the creation of classes.
They're pretty, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
Or they're sexy looking, so it should be fun.
Or this is a good business idea. This makes sense. This will be fun. Oh, we should, even in creation of classes or creating with other people, you can really like somebody and go to conclusion about what that means will be true, which also isn't necessarily true.
So this is really why we ask questions, and we ask questions before we choose things.
Yeah. So, if you're playing in I'll just riff all over this. We'll just go out of order. So, if you're playing with dating, for example, one of the sets of questions that we give in Foundation that has been a lifesaver for me over all the years has been a thing that you do before you get hammered.
Or horny.
Or horny. Because once you're there, you're fucked. Not in a good way.
No.
Not even after. Even if you... So, what you want to do is ask, truth, will this be fun? Truth...
Will it be easy?
Truth?
I use that one first.
Yeah, so she goes to easy, I go to fun first. We all know what our priorities are.
Zhuzh the hair, zhuzh the hair,
Will this
zhuzh
be
the
fun?
hair. Will it be easy?
So one of the reasons you use truth in the front of that is because you can lie to yourself faster than
all
day long. You will lie to yourself. I do it. I've done it a lot. And in the beginning, I'd take these 4 questions that I still haven't given you, and I would use them after. I was like, well, if I'd have asked those before, I would have known this thing that I just experienced before, but I wouldn't have known why. And that would be my justification for not using it. So I stopped doing that. So now it's like, will it be easy? Truth, will it be easy? Yes or no? Truth, will it be fun? Yes or no? Truth, will I be grateful after? Will they be grateful after? Yes or no? Truth, will I be happier in the morning? Yes or no? And truth, one's more. What's the other one?
Oh, well, if you're the kind of person who's looking for someone to have a relationship with, you may go, so truth, would choosing this person would we create 10 times more together than we would apart?
That's a great question. So that will start to, some of these questions that we talk about in Access Consciousness sound ridiculously simple, and it's because they are, number one. Number two,
sorry,
I know, but they include universes of information in them.
And you still have to choose to use them, so you can pretend like that part's hard.
Truth, will I learn something? Yes. And I think
I've been leaving that one out because I always
all
learn
the time.
something. Sometimes it's just that I don't want to be with that person.
Sometimes it's like, well, that wasn't as fun as I thought it was.
Yeah, but thank you, Frank. That is one of them.
That is one of them. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Truth. Where are we going next?
Well, we talk about it with relationships and sex, but we very rarely talk about it with business. So truth, will it be easy? Truth, will it be fun? Truth, will I be grateful? Truth, will I make 10 times more money with this business than if I don't choose this business?
That's so cool, because I didn't actually ask those about a few things that just pinged me on. Yeah. I mean, so by a show of hearts, how many of you guys forget to ask questions a lot of the time?
No one.
Ever.
No one ever
forgets to ask questions.
Do I even want to do this?
Do I? So we've got so many ways we could take this. Where do we want to go with this?
Where do you guys want to go with this?
Hey, what questions do you guys have about this? Never.
Yeah. Laughing. I love it.
Hi, Julie.
Julie's like, I forget sometimes to ask questions. I'm pretty sure that's not what your voice sounds like, Julie. I'm sorry.
Frank has all the hearts for you ladies.
Aww,
yeah.
I've got all my hearts there for you, too.
I guess what I'd like to invite you to look at is if you are not having what you'd like to be having. This is sort of how things show up for me. I'm in the middle of my life. I'm either having what I'd like to be having or I'm not having what I'd like to be having. And if I'm not liking what I'd like to be having, it's usually because I'm unhappy about something. And if I'm unhappy about something, then I want to look at it. And so it's looking at, okay, so do I tend to go to conclusion about how this is going to turn out before I actually ask any questions about it? Did I go to conclusion about, oh, I like this person and so it'll be fine? Did I go to conclusion that, 3 is a good number, let's do that? Did I go to conclusion about, did I do any of that? And if I did that, what can I ask next time to get more awareness so that I'm having a better time or it creates more for me? That's what I'm looking at. So
I love that we have the capacity to be aware of what our choices will create
before we do them. And
we can use that to our advantage. We don't always have to do everything by trial and error, or try it out and have it go badly and then base our future choices on the past. We don't have to do any of that. We can actually choose what works for us in a way that seems sort of wild and magical, which is just being aware of what we're aware of. I mean, that sounds so strange and simple. Would you like to be more aware of what you actually know?
So this thing about having an awareness of the future was not a thing in my world at all. I didn't acknowledge that I had an awareness of the future. I definitely didn't know how to use it. I wasn't, even when we, with my access stuff, started talking about asking questions and choosing, I still didn't really get what we were doing with that. And this is only one facet of the question asking thing, but one of the things that this does is this instigates and invites all of your awareness that you have from past, present, and future. Hey, will this be fun? If you go to conclusion about whether it is fun or not based on what you've already decided you want to do, then you can't have your awareness of all of the things in that person's, all the things, all the possible choices, right? You can't have all that.
It's Tuesday, it's sunny, they're gorgeous, and I like tequila.
It'll be fun, she said. We'll have a good time, she said.
It's not the same thing as going, wow, would this create what I'd like to have as my life?
Would this create what I'd like to have as the future? So every single choice that you make creates the future you're going to have. In that moment, it may seem really simple. You're 2 drinks in, it's all right, it's warm out, he's hot, that's all good. Maybe you're not looking at what it will create. Maybe you're not even choosing to have the awareness of the future you'd like to have. So in that moment, will it contribute is not relevant.
Don't tell me this. Then we're going, don't tell me this won't be fun.
Don't tell me.
Your tomorrow self is asking you very politely right now, please be aware that this won't be fun. Please be aware that this won't be fun. Your tomorrow self will thank you.
Tequila to the shopping list. Yeah.
And hey, Teresa.
And so every choice you make creates your future. So it doesn't matter what choices I'm just trying to find a place where my arms don't fall off is all. She's helping me a lot.
You can relax. Oh, there. I feel better.
Every choice you make creates your future, so it doesn't matter what you're looking at with it.
I love that. It's so simple. And
It
it's
is.
almost so simple that it just flies right by. Every choice you make right now creates your future. Is this the future I'd like to have? Every choice creates your future. Is this the future I'd like to have? God, it's so good.
It's so good. And the thing about your future is the future's not solid. Like, what you're aware of as an energy and a future isn't solid. So you can have ideas of what it is, but for the most part, you can only, this terrible thing called sensing, you can only have a sense of it. So how do you access a sense of something and institute that into your life?
You ask. So if you go, hey, so if I got the tequila and I went out with this girl, would it be easy?
Truth. No.
And if it's light, then it'll create more lightness as your future. If it's heavy, it will create more heaviness as your future. And you can choose either one. Would you like to create a heavy future? Would you like to create a light future?
Now this tool of light and heavy, I've actually wanted to do a show on this tool, and so it looks like we're doing
Oops.
it. Yeah.
Well, then let me shift my elbow so I can get more comfortable, so you
Okay.
can get more comfortable.
So there, we're just
That's better.
hang in there for the.
Just
oh, that
relax.
is so
That's
good.
better.
It is good. So I've had a
Wait,
lot.
we have to show them what we just did.
We are
Look,
doing this.
these
and
nails
they
are
get-
mine. That's mine.
this-
Oh, they get some boobs.
They get some boobage.
So I'm holding her elbow up, and now now we both have to lean back to be in the. There we go.
Oh,
So much more comfortable,
So
though.
much better.
We just created a lighter future.
So I have a lot of conversations in foundation classes, especially in this last one in Saskatchewan, about light and heavy. And one of the things that I found people try to do with this tool is they try to make light and heavy a thing that you do with your body, like to solidify it in their body.
Yes.
And it's actually a tool for sensing. And I was never given any instruction on how to sense things so for me so how do you talk about this tool?
Okay. Well, if it has to do with your body, you can use your body. So if it is about what to eat or who to have sex with, you can actually use your body as an awareness tool. So you can use muscle testing, or you can also do just sort of like, if your body feels heavy, then it's heavy, and if your body feels light, it's light. Unfortunately, if it is about creating your future and you're talking airy-fairy stuff to yourself and trying to figure out what a choice is going to create,
Don't use your body.
you may have to know that you know. Now here's one of the tools I use. If I pause for a long time between my asking and the information I get, it's a no.
Wait, say that again.
If I have to pause for a really long time, so like if I don't instantaneously know, oh yeah, choose that. If instead of going, oh yeah, that, I go, maybe it's light, maybe it's heavy.
So in that moment you're lying to yourself.
I am so lying to myself. I want it to be light, and it's not.
So here's something else I see I've done before for sure is I've already decided what I'm going to do.
This is light.
This is light. And then I'll ask, truth, is
this
it light? Guess what you can't get any awareness about? What's actually
Anything.
light? Nah, because you're already doing it. You just want to ask to cover your bases to make sure that everybody knows you asked a question about this
It is
thing.
light, question mark.
This is so light.
Question mark.
So here's how I get around this. And you guys get to use this. You get to play with this however you want.
How do you get around this?
So one of the things that really changed my world around this whole topic was
Taking more naps?
no.
Oh.
Gary Douglas said a thing. Only one.
Choose. No.
Yeah, well, that one. And he's like, your reality will get so much easier if you let it be a yes or no reality. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Should I buy this castle? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. How can I do that? Now this is where we were at Benevolent Capitalism, and he was talking about the castle, like that Access has a castle. And so this purchase seemed big. This purchase seemed significant to a lot of us. Like, you know, buying a castle has been completely out of my realm of anything, right? But he just said, well, I think it'd be fun to have a castle. So
are you in? Are you out?
Are you in or are you out? I'm in. Are we doing this or not? Yes. Okay. What's next? And so I started applying that to all the things. So when it's a yes, it's like, okay, good. Let's go. What's next? When it's no, then I go another direction. Okay, so what choice can I make? And so this is how I play with light and heavy now. I basically just, I cut all my own bullshit out. So I cut through the bullshit. And so one of the things I do play with sometimes, especially when I really know that I'm sort of attached to what it is I want to choose, I destroy and uncreate first all my decisions, all my judgments, all my computations, all my conclusions, all my projections, all my expectations, all my separations, judgments, and rejections. And if you have, and the way you do that is like all my DJCCs, Pez Juniors, everything that is, I destroy and uncreate all that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. That's it. So I start there, and that statement's the clearing statement, clearingstatement.com. What are you going to say?
Yeah, no, I was just like, oh, look, we're waiting for the bus with Simon.
Yeah. And then I go, so truth. Will this be fun? Yes or no? No. All right.
Fine. I guess I'll choose something fun.
Exactly. Now, I may have already wanted it to be fun.
Well, yeah. It's that girl in that tequila.
Hello.
On a sunny Tuesday.
I know. And at that moment, what I've looked at is like, hey, will it create more if I listen to myself? And it always does. And this is where you get to be the creator of a future that you can't articulate, you can't prove to anybody, you don't even know exactly what it is. All it is you have a sense of it. And it's revealed in that one moment of, will this be fun? No. And you go, okay, what else can I choose?
You could be disappointed or you could be excited that there's something else that it would be.
That's a really good point. You mean it can get better than that? You mean there's something better than what I already decided would be the funnest thing ever?
How does it get any better than the thing I already decided would be the funnest thing ever?
What else is possible then? If this isn't the funnest thing I've ever considered, and there's something out there that really is fun, then what else is truly possible?
There's something funner than this girl with that tequila on a sunny Tuesday.
That sounds amazing.
I'm going to go find out what it is.
Then your life becomes the adventure of a living. It's really simple.
That's terrible.
I know. So, what kind of life would you like to have?
Hey, Maxine.
Hi, Maxine. Yeah. And here, I mean, all the tools sort of merge into this whole topic. You know, you get to choose in every 10 seconds. So if you're making choices right now that aren't that great, aren't that fun, you can just go, never mind, and start choosing in a direction that's more fun for you.
Well, we get to just keep asking, Bobby John.
Yeah.
What gets better than that thing I decided is the best thing? How does it get any better than that thing I decided is the best thing? How does it get any better than that thing that I decided was the best thing? How
oh my God, I just had the best sex of my life.
How does it get any better than that thing?
Oh my God, I just had the best steak.
How does it get any better than that thing I just decided is the best thing?
I just got a tax bill.
How does it get any better than that thing that I think is the worst thing?
Now,
I was listening.
I know. So when I first started with all this seemed pretty airy-fairy and like positive fairyland, and I was kind of annoyed by the whole thing. But then as I started using it, my life started getting happier. And that moment when you are willing to kind of just let go of just a little bit, and in that moment, let go of what you've decided will be and start wondering about what is and what could be, is when your life starts to just do this whoom, 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 whoom. And it just gets really fun.
Okay, are we still on the show, or are we going to do something fun?
We're going to go do something fun. So, thank you guys. I adore you. If this was fun, if you liked it, share it. And Stephanie and I are going to be doing more stuff. Things.
Stuff things.
Yeah, around the world. So, you're invited to that, too, whenever we get our shit together. All right. I'll see you later.
You're invited even before we get our shit together.
Yeah. Just private message us. We'll tell you. Okay, bye.